a better life. We've got health, we've got a talking scale, we've got a great way to temporarily eliminate chronic pain. But if storage is a pain in your house, and let's be honest, it is in most of our homes, we have our #1 organizational item ever in our 44-year history here at HSN. This is the famous 2-pack, and I will tell you, the 2-pack we ordinarily only offer as a today's special. So it's a twofer. We're honoring that 5-pay flex pay. Now, I can't say for certain, I didn't get legal clarification, but that looks like a reduced shipping to me. Even if that weren't the case, I can tell you for a fact, I told the story the other day, I bought a raincoat off of one of those auction sites. Do you know the raincoat, the shipping was $21. And it was shipping within the United States. I mean, like literally, I think it was coming from Georgia, like a couple states away. Any way you stack it, you can stack it. And you can stack and stack and stack to your heart's content. Over 3,300 reviews. Of those, almost 3,000 are perfect 5-star. He's always a 5-star in my book. I'll show you the colors that we have left in a moment, but I want to get Lou Caputo out here right away, and then I'll show you what we have left. So always good to see you, Lou. And this is really famous here at HSN. But I always like to start with the basics. I mean, we can't assume that, that people have seen origami before.
No.
So when they, at first blush, you look at this and you're like, oh, I get 2 racks, that's great. But then you think, ugh, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy to put these together. I don't want to shake a box that, you know, is delivered to my house and hear it rattle and screws and everything else, right? So for people who haven't seen origami, it might be helpful to just kind of tell them why this is #1 here at HSN.
Absolutely. Let's start at the beginning, because this actually is the very first piece of origami we ever sold, this large rack here. And we named it origami after the ancient Japanese art of paper folding, because you can take your powder-coated steel origami rack and do that with it, and just fold it down. So when it comes to your house, and actually when you get both of these to your home, they're gonna be in a cardboard box together, and they're 4 inches wide each. Now these weigh 37 pounds, and Shannon, you were talking about that shipping. Think about what you paid the last time you sent something that weighed far less than 37 pounds. And these are 37 pounds of steel, so that's a good deal right off the bat. To set these up, all you do is grab the sides and you pull it open just like this, okay? You turn this around, there's one toggle right here. This is a patented design. You thread that through, you push down. The bottom of this now is rigid. I'm gonna spin it around one more time, make sure I don't hit my ceiling fan. Flip over the top shelf, there's one latch right here, and I am done with the quote-unquote assembly. See how easy that was? No tools required, no instructions. Now, Shannon, I have got a fully functional powder-coated steel rack with 12 linear feet of storage available for my use, and it started out as 4 inches wide. That is the magic of origami.
It is, but you know what? No kidding, origami has Andrew Lessman-esque reviews here at HSN. I mean, it's organization for crying out loud. I mean, when we talk about over 3,300 reviews, of those, almost 3,000 are perfect. Let me show you colors while we've got them. Actually, I'm gonna go to the board, but what's interesting, on this board, on the color choice, they do not have white listed. So Kevin, I will confirm we do have white available. Okay, so white is not on this color selection board, but I'll show it to you live here in the studio. So we do have platinum. You said red, I think, is the most limited. Okay, 7 dozen of the red, and it's a really beautiful cherry red. Pewter is really kind of the classic, and then I know it kind of goes without saying, but the white is a nice crisp white, and we have final 300 of the white. So Lou, this is a statement that we say with every origami show. They're like potato chips. Once you try them, you're gonna want more. That's one of the reasons, by request, we usually only do the 2-pack when it's, say, a smart deal is kind of like a today's special here at HSN, or when it is a today's special. We don't do the 2-pack as a regular selection. And then I don't have legal clarification, although I can tell you, because I almost died. Like I said, I bought a raincoat. I wanted it badly because it was like a patent faux leather leopard raincoat. So I had to have this raincoat. $21 on the shipping. No kidding. I still can't believe that. So I don't know what the regular shipping is, or if they consider that the regular shipping. All I can tell you is it's a bargain because you're getting 2 of them. Even though we only have 1 on the set here, time and space does not permit for us to have both of them out here. Lou, one of the things that we always talk about with origami is it becomes a storage solution, not a
That's
storage
right.
problem. Can you describe why you say that?
Exactly. Well, I say that because when you build a normal shelf, a particle board shelf, a plastic shelf, any other shelf really, when you put them together, once they're together forever. You know, there's no taking those things apart. With origami, when you're not using it, you can collapse it down to this, just 4 inches wide. So it's not taking up that footprint. It's not taking up the space in your home when you're not using it. But on the other side of the coin, when you do want to use it, within seconds, you can have this opened up and ready to go. And you know, one thing we haven't mentioned yet, and I have been remiss in my duties, is the weight capacity of this, because that's really one of the things that sets origami apart. Yes, this is powder coated steel. So if you put the wheels on it like this, and I say it that way because you get 4 wheels with this, 2 of them being locking, you don't have to put them on. If you do put them on, it raises this up to 63 inches tall. We recommend that you limit yourself to 75 pounds per shelf for a total of 300 pounds. And that's 300 pounds per rack, so you can roll that around. Now, if you don't put the wheels on this, it drops down to 60 inches tall. And then you can go up to the maximum weight capacity, which is 250 pounds on each shelf. So that's 250 on each one of these 4. That's 1,000 pounds on this rack, but wait a minute, you're getting 2. So that's 1,000 pounds here, 1,000 pounds on the other one you're getting. That's 2,000 pounds. And last time I checked, that's literally a ton. So you're getting a ton of storage tonight when you buy these. I love saying that.
Well, exactly. Well, and that's one of the reasons they've been going very, very quickly. And if you want the 2-pack, now remember, this is a regular part of our organization repertoire here at HSN, but the 2-pack, whenever we do the 2-pack, that's when I always say, trust me, you're going to use it. Now, if you already have these, you know that is a true and valid statement. We hear so many people who say, Lou, I'm trying to remember, I think the record when I was on the air with you, I think it was a woman who said she had 60 of them. I mean, which sounds extreme, but she's probably like me. I think she had a couple of different storage lockers. People use these in businesses because you can collapse them. You can put them in the back of an SUV, on the back of a hatchback. So they use them as dollies at the big grocery stores, dormitories, now that the kids are going back to the college. That's why I say the 2-pack is a big deal, because what happened is, and Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, we only do the 2-pack a couple times a year because normally it's not as cost effective for us. I mean, we make more money when we sell them separately, but we had so many customers who kept buying, say, oh, but I need another one, or I wish I had another one. That's the only reason we did the 2-pack, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly how that happened. Is we noticed in the beginning when we started selling these that people were buying multiples, and we said, you know what, let's just make this easier for everybody to do. So then we started doing the 2-pack, and it became very, very popular. Normally, this is a Today Special kind of thing that we do with the 2-packs, you know, and then once in a while we might get some in, and then when they're gone, and we're back to selling the singles. So, you know, this is a great way for somebody to get into origami, because I'm sure if you've been a viewer for a while, you've seen these, maybe you've never dipped your toe in the water, this is a great way to do it. If you've never tried it before, I want you to think about all the other storage solutions you may have tried, you know, in the past. And Shannon said earlier, if you've ever gotten that box and when you open it, it sounds like a maraca because there's just so many parts to it. Origami, you've got the 4 wheels and you got this, and that's all there is to it, you know. So you can open this up and literally have this set up in just a couple of seconds. So, you know, we say that it takes like 5 minutes. It doesn't. You know, if you're taking that long, you're taking coffee breaks, you're doing it wrong. Okay, it's very quick, it's very easy. But the thing that really makes origami unusual is we take advantage of the vertical space in your home. We make it so that you can roll it around, even with the 300 pounds on it. But then, you know, as we said earlier, it is a storage solution, not a storage problem. When I'm not using it, it goes away. until I need it next time, Shannon. And that's one of the things I absolutely love about these. It's not cluttering up my space when it's not working for me.
It's so true. Hey, just a quick quantity update, and I don't know if this is scheduled to be on throughout the weekend or not, but this is our grand finale of our biggest home sale here at HSN. Remember that 5 flex pay on your home, your storage, your organization, your luggage. That is only until 12 midnight. The 2-pack is usually only here when it is offered as a today's special or as what we would call a smart deal, which is similar to a today's special here at HSN. On the white, we have about 250 only. Now we're only showing one on the set. Time and space did not permit us to show 2, but you do get 2. And one thing about this, and remember you can choose it in the platinum, which looks the closest to stainless steel if you're using one in a kitchen like I am. Like I said, I've got them in my storage lockers, upstairs, downstairs. You've got more room in your house than you might realize when you've got the right thing to put things on. But in the red as well. Now the red is the most limited. Okay, we have 6 dozen of that red. And then the pewter is really kind of the classic. If you want that white though, a little more than 200. So Lou, when I look at this white, and I know you mentioned it at the beginning of the presentation, but powder coated steel. So even if I put seedlings, if I put, you know, logs for my fireplace, you know, coal, you know, for the great grill that we had, you know, charcoal briquettes, you know, your golf clubs, whatever it might be, you don't have to baby these. I mean, they are really on trend with what we see some of the big home stores doing in terms of that design and decorating. But doggone it, you don't have to worry about these chipping, fading, or any of that, do you?
Nope, none of that. Or corroding, and that's the big thing about powder coating. You know, they put powder coating on boat trailers, okay? So you know that that's going to stand up to the elements, and that's why Origami does it. They want these to last a very, very long time. You know, painting, they just slap the paint on there and it dries to the surface, and, you know, it's not that hard really to scratch something that's just painted. But when you powder coat it, the powder coating literally bonds to the metal. And what I mean by that is they put an electrical charge to the steel so that when the powder coating material hits it, it's an electromagnetic process. So it just wraps around it, and it doesn't just wrap around it, it finds every little nook, every little cranny, every little void inside of this and fills that in. And that's why the metal becomes corrosion resistant. It's not magically suddenly rust proof, it's not, but it's so completely covered with the powder coating, Shannon. That's what makes a difference. And you know what's funny? We've been having this debate now for a couple months. We can't decide if this one is 10 years old or one of the new ones we just got, because they look exactly the same, you know, and that's a testament to how good the powder coating is on these.
It is indeed. Hey, Kevin, I do just want to check. I know we've got the boards set up, but I spy out of the corner of my eye, this almost looks like antique bronze. Oh, we do. Okay, so my apologies. Lou, can you tell, this is the antique bronze that I have out here, right? I think.
Sure, if I see a close-up here, let me come up close to my camera here and look. Could be antique, or is that black? I can't tell from back here.
Okay, this is the bronze they're telling me, because then we also have the black.
Antique bronze.
Now, so the black I can tell, the black I can do. I mean, because that really is a nice flat. You know,
that one's easy. Well, it's textured too.
The one that screws me up is the bronze or the antique bronze.
Love the bronze.
We don't you though, because that's the one where if you have warm wood tones in your home,
or leather.
Man, I'm telling you, I've got Origami envy, because when I first got most of mine, we only had pewter as a choice. And don't get me wrong, it's lovely.
Mine too.
But with the bronze choice, it really does mimic or blend, I think, more seamlessly with some of the warm woods and leather and, you know, you know, the way we're decorating our home. And Lou, I know we're looking at the video here, but once more, no special assembly, no crazy tools, and none of that to even worry about, right?
No, you know what? No tools required. You can do this. Anybody can do this. I don't care what your experience is with building furniture before. This is going to be the easiest, quickest piece. It's instant gratification. You will start getting organized like that in just moments as soon as you open that box.
Absolutely. So if you want the white, and it really is a nice, crisp, optic white, 200, 200, 200 only, and then the red, we have a couple dozen. Remember, this will be part of our regular repertoire, but not in the 2-pack. The 2-pack, when we do it, especially with that $9 shipping. Now, again, I can't say for sure, but I'm just, based on how much I spent for a raincoat, I'd already committed. You know how you bid on those websites, you know, to commit to buying something? And I was checking out, so I'd already made the commitment. I'm like, $21 on shipping, that's a raincoat? That raincoat, I better look good in that rain. I'm gonna be wearing that raincoat every day, Lou.
Wow.
I mean, seriously.
I better see it for the next show.
Look for it in my next show, exactly. Hey, Lou, always a treat to have you here. Thank you for your help tonight.
Thanks, Shannon. You have a great night, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, you too, my friend. All right, last 200 on the white and then a couple dozen on the red. Hey, we did not have enough in terms of quantity to do a full presentation of our today's special, but we didn't want to leave you out of the loop.